Bam! We're on live tonight.
Meow.
Yeah, there we go.
Meow.
Meow. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on Crafted this week. We were having a few technical difficulties before, so we can't do the normal intro where Nico says he's approved. But tonight, I've got a special craft in store, and we're going to find out how I use Crisco to save my fish room. And everybody else can too, because this is a great tip I think everybody should use. But first, James, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull up the active participants list. This is where everybody rushes to the list real quick. All right. Hello, and welcome to Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes, Atomic Injections 47, Beck's Fish Room, Berkeley Bell Bunny, Viper Aquatics, Cody Servac. Sorry, Little Breezy, I screwed your last name up. Daniel Velez, Derek Schreiber, Delilah's Critters, Dennis Christensen, Gabriel's Glassbox, Hillbilly Aquatics, Jerome, Leslie Perry, Larity's Chili Head Aquatics, Barnes Strolson, Mass Aquatics, Mike's Aquatics and Things, Only Oscars, Paul McCarthy, Paul Sotero, Renee House, Sarah J. Sieber, The Savannah, Darter, Skipper's Aquariums, Sky Dancers, DVP 2003 Aquatics, The Nano Aquarium Guy, The Zen Ginger, Vibes Aquatics, Whips World, Why Are We Always Yelling? I'm sorry, I'll talk quieter. And Yellowstone Aquatics. Oh, and Big Tank Hank popped in there at the bottom at the last second.
Big Tank Hank.
Of course, anyone that's not on the active list that is lurking and listening, we do appreciate the lurkers 100%. Thank you all for being here as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, what we're going to do is I am going to show you guys how to make a heater for the fish room in case you lose power. Like Big Tank Hank, he lives in Texas. Last year they had that freeze that knocked out power for like a week. And I mean, people's tanks completely froze over. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to build a heater. I'm not going to use it, hopefully ever, but I'm going to put it underneath the tanks down on the floor, and it's going to be an emergency only deal. But it will keep a 15 by 15 room between 66 and 68 degrees, which is awesome because, I mean, your fish aren't going to be breeding in that temperatures, but they're not going to hopefully die. I mean, maybe some of your hot water fish might, but I mean, all your guppies and most of your cichlids and things won't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with Crisco.
No, you're not. I'm going to interrupt you because I need to know. Skipper, are you playing Rico or am I playing Rico? Who's interrupting him for members and super chats tonight?
I can bring that up.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. You know what? I didn't. Everybody right here is Skipper. I mean, we all know Skipper, but he's awesome. And he's got a big auction going on this Saturday. You guys got to go sign up on his website if you guys aren't members already. And if you are, tell your friends because they're going to want to do this too. It's going to be like a club meeting where they do an auction and great breeders from all around the fish fam put their fish up for sale, and he hosts it on his show. How often do you do this?
So trying to do it once a month. Of course, last month didn't happen. There's too much going on with fish events and stuff because I was involved in, the clash. But we're trying to do it once a month. May do one in November if anybody's interested. I try to do it the second Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But because I was at Fishtoberfest, I didn't have enough time to get stuff together. So we're going to have plans for the first time.
That's awesome.
Second time. I just remembered we did do that with Alex. But also with that, you have somebody gifted. It was Mike's Aquatics and Things gifted 5 Chattanooga Ed memberships.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mike. That's so cool. I really appreciate it, man. Well, but I mean, Skipper also does a show every Sunday. Now, unfortunately, I don't normally make it to Skipper's show. I have a hard time getting to Saturday shows because my family always comes over. My sister's family, when they get done with church, they come over and we watch. We're huge Chiefs fans. The whole family loves Kansas. We all grew up in Kansas City, so we all watch the Chiefs. And then when the Chiefs aren't on, we play games and stuff or have a barbecue, have picnics and stuff. So I don't normally get to Skipper's show, and I feel really bad about that. But he's awesome. He's on there with one of my good friends, Robert. from TN Aqua, another Tennessee Fish Mafia guy. So go check him out. And you guys know James. He's right there. But you know what? James, there he is. That was really cool. He's like got superpowers. James, can you blow me up to the big screen?
Absolutely. I just want to say you completely surprised me with what you said you were going to use Crisco for. I actually use Crisco in my fish room on myself so I can fit in between the tanks because I just stack so many so close together.
Well, this is the small size can, 3-pound can. A 3-pound can, if you stick, I don't want to get Crisco all over the joint because unfortunately it's right there.
So what Ed was saying is a 3-pound can isn't big enough to cover me and let me get through the fish room. Okay, I appreciate it.
I think he's wanting you to get a 5-gallon bucket.
But yeah, this is awesome for like a light source in your house. Crisco burns really slow, but it's still a fuel for candles. So if you just stick your candle right down in there, you have got a fuel source. This can will last 500 hours.
Wow.
500 hours. The big can that costs like $20 because everything's going up in price. That one runs for 1,000 hours. So, I mean, if you just run that at night, you've got an awesome setup. I mean, just for power in your house. Oh, man, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Now I got to get this out. Ah! That wasn't the plan, guys. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's stuck. Ah. Well, maybe we can dig it out. Maybe we'll dig it out. But these candles...
I thought Crisco wasn't supposed to get stuff stuck.
Well, it might be suctioned in there. And I don't want to get all sticky. Or not sticky, but whatever you get. Greasy.
There was a question.
Before we do anything, can we do... Oh, man, I don't want to touch the T-shirts. Okay, I got to clean up real good. We've got a red...
Oh, that's right.
Pleco Cave T-shirt. And it is a extra large. If anybody wants to win this tomorrow, all week long, this time of year, my sinuses have been going insane. Well, and what gave me this whole idea for this was my heater hasn't worked yet this year, my furnace, and it was 37 degrees outside. Now, luckily, I've got a fireplace that burns crazy hot, so I haven't had a problem. But I've been waiting for the furnace guy all week long. He still hasn't come out to fix my furnace. So that's what gave me the whole idea to do this project. But my sinuses have been just going insane. And I've been sleeping a lot and having headaches. So I haven't mailed out the stuff. Like I've got TJ Autocross's fish to send out, the T-shirts from last week. I've got the swordtail to send out to Lady Rorschach. So there's some other people. I'm going to send those things out to you guys, and hopefully I can do that tomorrow because I need to take my car back in to get the cruise control finally fixed, and then also I'm gonna early vote so I don't forget, and mail, and I also want to get a PO box because I think that'd be pretty fun to have a PO box. Okay, so but let's do anybody that wants a shirt. James, can you? Oh, do we have the ability to do this without the fancy stuff?
You still can do the StreamYard giveaway with it.
Okay, James, can you set up a Pleco Cave T-shirt?
Yeah, it's already done, buddy. It's hashtag Pleco.
Oh, awesome! So hashtag Pleco, and in 30 minutes we'll go for this purple one at the end. This is actually the one that Lisa won. And this is a 2X. So Lisa from KG Tropics actually won this one and gave it to me, signed it up with the whole set. But there was one black one that we didn't win.
There was a question before I forget.
What's that?
Dr. Awesome wants to know if you got his text message.
Oh. I will check. Did he just send it just now?
I'm not sure.
But Dr. Awesome or Dr. Ant, awesome. I bought water bottles today for sending those fish. I'm going to send fish like he sends fish from South America to North America in water bottles. And so I'm going to try to send him some fish that way and Jimmy P that way. But so I got just these mason jars, the medium-sized mason jar. And I was going to use this candle, but since I can't pull it out, I'm going to use this candle. These candles I got for 77 cents at Hobby Lobby. You know what? I'm going to still use that one because they're really hard to... Well, wait. I've got a little scissors.
While you're cutting that open, Scuba Steve wanted to know about the Aquaticon comment.
Oh, yeah. I was just typing back to that, actually. So, Scuba Steve, there is no public date released for Aquaticon yet. Just because we're waiting on a couple other shows to release dates. And like Ed had touched on, some of the other ones don't release until the first of the year. But as soon as I have a date that I can give you, I most definitely will, my friend.
Apparently, cats like to eat shortening. No. Nico. Okay, so the idea is I want to put the Crisco in this cup and then put the candle in there and then screw it down, and then it's going to be sealed up. I may have to kick Nico out of the room if he's going to keep trying to eat my Crisco. But so the first thing is that this candle's a little too high for this cup. So I'm going to cut some of it off. And this probably isn't the best way to do it. No, don't lick that. I don't know if it'll make cats sick or not.
This ain't good. This is turning into something.
Oh, I did not think that Nico would be all over the Crisco.
I mean, this is better than the craft.
How about it?
Well, it drew him in when he heard that paper or the plastic from the new candle, and I knew it was going to. Because he loves to eat like that type of plastic. Okay, sorry guys.
Anything else in the chat?
Okay, so now let's see if this is going. Oh my gosh, did I do it slightly too tall? Yep, I did. No, that's all right. We can just shave a little bit off the bottom. So last night I had a crazy dream. Is Whip here? I had a dream with Whip in it. I dreamt that we were at Aquashella, and Rico was at Aquashella too, and Lisa came up from KG Tropics, and she had like 20 bags all filled with those crayfish. And she was like, I need John to help me carry all these crayfish. So we said, okay, just hang on. And we all like started looking for John, but none of us took any of her crayfish. So she's holding all these 20 bags as we're walking through the crowds looking for John. And I just thought that was kind of weird and funny.
You have some of the craziest dreams, I have to say.
It was just
Whip's world is here.
Awesome. So next time, Whip, dude, grab a bag. Okay. Slightly too tall still. Man, I'm going to make a really big mess with this wax.
But Matt's Aquatics asked, is anyone else excited for the co-op light? Yes, I definitely am. I can't wait to give that thing a try. Having a little bit of inside insight on a previous version. I'm really looking forward to seeing the final thing.
It was really fun because Corey took James and I out to lunch, and we got to talk about all sorts of stuff, and I felt bad we kind of talked too much about business because, you know what? I'm going to drop this wax in here, instead of just throwing this away, because this is fuel too, this wax.
Mhm.
Because how a candle works is you can burn the wick and it'll burn fast, but the wax burns slow, and so that adds the speed to it, or the fuel. So that's where the Crisco. Oh, where'd I put my? Oh, the Crisco is going to be adding a lot of fuel to this candle. And I'm just shoving it down in there. It'll probably be good for about 4 days. And so I'm going to make 2 of these. Maybe I'll make 4. I bought 12 of these stupid cups because I couldn't find them. I found, okay, get this. You can buy 12 for $20, or you can buy 1 for $8.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy just one. I mean, that's just stupid.
No, because whenever I do my canning, which I didn't do much this year because didn't have success with the garden. But yeah, I always get the packages of them. It's so much cheaper.
I don't understand it, but yeah, it is. And then I went to the Dollar Tree to get them, and they didn't have any. So I went to what was it? The Tractor Supply store.
Oh, okay. You know, it's not the Dollar Tree anymore.
This is the $1.25 tree.
Yeah, the $1.25 tree.
Yeah. Sad. And that'll probably just be until another year. Okay.
That'll be $1.50 store.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If we're lucky. Okay. So I'm packing this down. Now, you guys can do, to get rid of like the air bubbles easier, you can put this like in a glass measuring thing, a cup, glass cup, and then put that in there and then microwave it for 1 minute and it'll liquefy. And then you can pour it in. I'm going to do that for my second one, but I just didn't want to mess with hot wax on the show.
Hot grease.
Hot grease. I mean, that's just going to be disaster.
Oh, man.
I mean, people will stop thinking that Kenny's accident prone after they see what I do to myself. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to take that and just shove it down in there. Nice. And constantly having to clean this off. But I'd like to really pack it down. Oh, look at that. That'll push. Okay, so what I've done is I've made a light source that's going to go for 3 days, and it's going to be hot. How do I?
And it's so the jars that you got were the wide mouth pint jars. Correct?
I guess. It has a little thing for a date on there.
You're supposed to say yes.
Yes, sir. They're Bell. They're truly tight, is what it says. But so there we go. I'm going to put that in a little container, and if I have an emergency, I can light that. And I mean, if I just have a blackout in the middle of summer, I can use these too to light up a source for days. But now we've got.
Oh, that thought. You got a super chat from Kelly Foreman.
Oh, Kelly!
That looks delicious. This is the best live cooking show ever.
Well, now I'm going to show you guys some of my hardware here. I'm pulling out.
Can you
this is where I get the heat. What did you just say?
I was asking him to make you big again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you took him off the big screen, so I wasn't messing with it.
I don't have that ability. Or do I?
Oh, you probably don't.
No, I don't.
Nothing personal.
No, I'm glad I don't. That's more responsibility.
So I'm taking one of these, I think they're called an O-ring. or is that what it's called?
No.
Excuse me.
It's we call them eye bolts.
Eye bolt. Okay.
Yes. Ding ding.
So I take my eye bolt and I'm going to take a terracotta pot. Well, bam. And I'm going to put this up inside. Just like that. And that
Now
washer,
it is. How does that fit? Do you need some Crisco on that eye bolt first, or did it?
no.
Okay.
No, it's skinny enough to fit through the hole. It don't need the Crisco to get in between the tanks.
So what we're doing is now what's going to happen is I'm going to put the flame on the inside there, and the washer is going to block the hole so the heat doesn't go out the top, because heat rises. But we want this terracotta pot to catch all the heat, and we don't want to tighten this too tight because it will break the terracotta. Okay, so there we go. We've got one. I'm dropping a second eye bolt. And this is where it gets tricky, because I'm doing a second one. Come on, get in through the hole.
Needs Crisco.
It does. Okay, so now like this, but unfortunately, it's kind of tricky. I'm dropping that guy right in there. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a radiator. And the terracotta pot gets hot and puts off the heat. And these terracotta, this candle will get both these pots at 200 degrees. And that alone will keep a 15 by 15 room at about 67 degrees. 68 to 66 degrees is going to be my fish room with this on.
No kidding. That's freaking nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so what we've got there, see how we've got it doubled? We've created an airspace in between, and it's going to just create more heat. So then I take 2 bricks on each side of this. I take my candle and we'll unscrew it and get ready. Oh, that's nice and messy. But the candle will be there. I'm not going to light it because I don't have a lighter with me, that was probably poor planning. But it goes over just like that. And so the air goes underneath, but the heat rises. So these 2 pots are going to get real hot. And like I say, they'll get about 200 degrees. And I'm going to put that on a table right in the center of my fish room. It's going to radiate heat. You shut your fish room, and you don't go in your fish room unless you just have to. So maybe just go in for 1 feeding a day, or maybe every other day, because it's going to be cold. Or maybe you got to check. You might want to check to make sure it doesn't go out. So maybe go in more than often. But still, that's all you need, man. And your tanks aren't going to freeze, and your fish are going to stay alive. And I bet you everybody in Texas wish they would have had a little system like this that would have kept it going. This is what they use in Canada and Alaska as a trick when the power goes out, and it keeps the rooms warm. It's a crazy cheap way of heating.
I should try that in the basement.
Yeah, you should. Now, your basement's going to be maybe a lot bigger than a 15 by 15 room, so you may want to set up more than one.
Oh, but, yeah.
I mean, and you also, I bought the Crisco because that's what everybody knows, but you can buy the True Value, and it's like 2/3 the cost. Does that make sense? It's This was $9. The true value was only $6, and I was going to buy it just because I'm cheap. But I was like, no, I want people to see the Crisco. So
Yeah, but will Nico go for the true value?
I don't know, but he's going for the lid right now.
Matt's Aquatics did ask, what if he keeps it closer to the tanks and keeps the tanks warmer?
Well, you see, that's true, but I've got tanks surrounding the whole fish room. So I'm going to put it dead center in my fish room. So that way it radiates all directions. And then when your tanks are warm too, that's going to keep that room warm. Because, I mean, right now, if my power goes out and I don't have power for 24 hours, my tanks are going to keep a lot of the heat because there's so many tanks in that room. There's like 65 tanks in that room, and they're completely surrounding the walls. So they create kind of a liquid radiator, and then this is just going to add extra heat so that, fight the chill.
Kelly Foreman has a real
ahead,
question. Is this going to give me carbon monoxide poisoning?
Well, everything I watched and have heard, it does not. They did say you can cut the end of the wick. I mean, does a candle give you carbon monoxide poisoning? So, I mean, all it is a candle that burns forever. But you can cut some of that wick off, and you have a little less smoke at the very beginning because it's got to burn down to get to the fuel source. So, but I just left the big wick on because it's easier to light, basically. But you can actually use candles for birthday cake candles, even birthday candles. You can use anything. I want to go with a little thicker wick, so that way it's going to be a little bigger flame, just to add a little extra heat. People tried using those tea candles or whatever, those little bitty things. Those last 1 to 4 hours, and they're so small, they really don't work. But this Crisco setup will just burn forever with a nice big flame. So
here's another question. It's actually my question. If you knew a place to where you could go buy just the wick, would that work, or do you need the wax to help warm up the Crisco itself?
No, you could make your own wick also. But it's just easier to buy. 77 cents at Hobby Lobby, and they're not even on sale. Because you know how Hobby Lobby, next week they'll probably be half price.
Right.
So that's why I just went for the real candle. But you can make your own. But, I mean, you might have more burn, too. Like if you use a rag or a rope or something.
Well, you can actually buy just the wick.
Yeah.
That's why I was questioning that.
Oh, well, the hard thing, though, is you've got to get the wick through the Crisco. So the candle is real easy for just pushing it through.
Like you said, that would be the easiest way to get it in.
Yeah,
you could be actually making a Crisco candle in.
Yeah, and then you could, definitely. And then you could glue one wick to a penny or something, or a nickel.
Mm-hmm.
To weight it down and then tie it with a pencil at the top. Yeah.
Yep.
And let it cool. Most definitely that would work. And unfortunately, now I got to get this. I'm going to move this guy out. But that's the pot, and it's just so cool. And you got to be kind of careful. But, and then also using the eye hook thing, or what do you call it?
It's eye bolt.
The eye bolt, that'll pull heat into the terracotta pot also, because it's right above the wick. So it'll go into the metal and help build the heat too. So
I'm reading a question. There's 2 questions actually.
Shoot.
Actually, it's with Chattanooga Ed, have you actually tried this? It's not going to set the Crisco on fire and turn the entire thing into a bonfire, is it? Is there any danger of dangerous fumes?
I have not done it, but I know a lot of people that have, and it didn't create dangerous fumes or catch It doesn't go.
So, what was that deep fryer? That small one. It was a cast iron deep fryer. And what you would do is you would put Crisco and stuff like that in there instead of vegetable oil. That's what we used to fry daddy is what it was called. And we used to use the Crisco in it, and it doesn't really put off a lot of fumes whenever the Crisco is getting liquefied itself.
It's probably less flammable too because it burns slow.
Yeah, it has a higher flash point, so to speak. And now I'm talking about fire company stuff here.
That's all right.
It has at 200 degrees, it's not catching fire.
Right.
You can heat Crisco up to what they tell you, what is it, like 350 to 400 degrees to make French fries. Okay? It has a higher temperature flash point for it to catch fire. So, in other words, with the fumes, it's just going to smell like you're frying, what you call it, down in your basement, some taters.
I don't. It just, and it burns so slow. It's unbelievable. So, I'm going to make my camera back up.
So, the next question is from Matt's Aquatics. He goes, I guess this might not help me in a situation with no power. If I forget how to make it and can't watch any videos, are you going to make a video?
Yeah, that's the reason why we did this. So you'll make it beforehand. I'm going to make mine beforehand because you never know when something bad's going to happen. So hopefully, I will be prepared. I will have at least 500 hours of heat for my fish room with this tub right here.
Very cool project, Ed.
Thanks. And I thought it would be just a good, normally we do kind of fun crafts, but I think a craft that's going to save your fish from freezing up like a block of ice is huge. I mean, there was so many dead fish last year in Texas. Yeah. It really sucked. Like the Fat Texan, Jared. I don't know. He's like changed his name a few times. Is it Triple J now or? Gosh, I'm sorry.
I can't remember. Texan. I know you were talking about that.
Well, I think that probably made him kind of not like fish as much because he was doing videos until everything froze solid on him. And, just a simple technique may have kept all of his fish alive or at least kept them from turning into a block of ice. So, and people in Canada use this quite a bit for blackouts.
Good night, Sarah. I'm going to send you an email
about
because she's going to be in the auction Saturday.
Oh, awesome! And Sarah, this all happened in Texas, so it could happen in Georgia too. It just hopefully it never does, but it could. And we're the ones that are more unprepared, I think, in the South than in the North for this type of stuff. But yeah, that was the craft for tonight. You guys want to do that?
It's time for giveaway.
Yeah, let's do the first T-shirt.
For giveaway. We got 30 entries with hashtag Pleco for you said extra large. What color?
Red.
All right. Let's share that bad boy.
Oh man, Good Life Aquatic said he definitely would have tried it. He or she lost all their fish during that storm. It was terrible.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's just there's life hacks that nobody knows, and so I'm trying to do one of the life hacks right here. I mean, it's such an easy thing to keep your fish room hot, or not hot but warm. So. Yep.
All right. I think we had the last couple people get caught up. I'm going to draw it, and the winner is.
I'm going to guess that this project cost me $35.
Okay, Stu.
All right, Stu, that's awesome. Oh man, and Kay was like one of the last people to enter, so that was cool. What's the? Ooh, it's a flower horn.
Yeah.
So, Stu, if you can go to Facebook or Instagram and look up Chattanooga Ed, send me your address, and if you can do it tonight, it'd be really awesome. And hopefully I can ship these out tomorrow. I'd really like to.
And you got a $2 super chat from Whips World. Hashtag
Wait.
Placo, who is an XL?
I don't know, but this is a 2XL.
There you go.
We got the 2X. Oh man, I should have kept this one. Look, it fits me. But that's cool. Let's see. So let's do it again. And are we just going to save the same word or?
Yeah, we can. We've still got 38 entries on hashtag Pleco, and anybody that wants to jump in on the 2X can jump in there.
Yeah, so it's a 2X purple for the Pleco Caves. They're made in America. They're pretty awesome. You know, this week I got a special bonus gift in the mail. And I should have brought it down. I got one of Beck's art pieces. I got her framed puffer from Liquid Zoo from the Fish Fam links. There it is. Oops. Backwards. From Fish Fam links. You guys, it's awesome because you can go there and see who's live at any time. And I love doing that. I mean, I know there's a lot of other good things about it. Like you can find out what your Fish Mafia name is. If you've got one, if you want one, let me know and we'll come up with a fish name for you and we'll put it on there. But it has like links to everything you need to know for everybody. Oh, I want to buy one of Delilah Critter shirts. I wonder if there's a link on there to go to Delilah's Critters and see if I can, because I haven't figured out how to do it yet to get on her thing.
Mr. Fire Department, we are making candles. That's all you need to know. And Paul Cetera, yes, you can wear that shirt, even if you don't have a Pleco.
I only own one Pleco.
We call it merch.
Well, I don't know. I'll try to figure out her thing in a little bit. But yeah, just super cool website. You can find out. Oh, like Stu, if you want to go to Fish Fam links, you can type in Chattanooga Ed, and it'll send you directly to my Facebook or my Instagram to text me your address. So it's an awesome technique. I haven't been able to make it that easy yet. It just moved. If you let me know the color and the size, you can Venmo me. Well, it just keeps moving. And I can order and ship it to you. Okay, cool. What does Vimbo mean? Vimbo.
Oh, it's
Venmo.
like PayPal.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to figure out how to do that first, and then I'll do that because she made one like specially to a design that I asked for, and it's so cool. And I saw it yesterday and was like kicking myself for not ordering it yet because it's super awesome.
Oh, Paul Cetera is asking what's in the auction Saturday.
Oh, can you tell, or is that a secret?
Fish and plants.
Is there a cichlid?
Yes.
Is there a live bear?
No.
Whoa. Is there a lot of cichlids?
Man, now I'm gonna have to look. I can't remember.
Is there a killifish?
No.
Oh wow. Rainbow?
Yes.
So we got it: rainbows, cichlids, plants. Is there a shrimp?
Yes.
Oh, how many people do you normally have selling things on your auctions?
I try to get up to 5 people, and now they can have. At first, whenever we was doing it, till we can, whenever we first did it, I only wanted them to put one item in. Till you got the wheels turning and figuring out how you wanted to run it, this, that, and the third. Now they're allowed up to 2. They get 5-minute intervals in between each auction. I'd like for them to come up on the stream and explain how they keep that fish for 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes up, that person will win it. They will email the seller. They will CC fishfamauction@gmail.com so we can watch everything to make sure everything's going good. No, it's not on there, Geek Boy. I don't do that. That's more work that I haven't just figured out how to do that part yet. I know I just email it to him. Okay, that's a good idea, Geek Boy. I'll do that the next time. But and then that's pretty much it. The whole idea behind it, and this was Color Guppy's idea, and we went with it, is to get hobbyist bred fish or plants out to the people that got good quality. You know that they have taken very good care of these fish.
Very cool. Has Skull ever sold any fish on there?
Yeah, twice.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I need to talk to him because I would like to make a skull for him, and he needs to tell me what colors he likes.
Do you have you're gonna have to email him.
I think I don't know. I'm terrible with emails, but I'll try.
Well,
There's Hippie John.
Yeah, what's up, Hippie John? You got 12 super edge from Peplin yesterday. Awesome. So Hippie John and Fish On Tactics went up to Peplin and Foxy's house and helped them out with some projects.
Oh, that's so awesome. I got some Peplin Creek and Foxy Daisy Rice fish about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 5 now. And I haven't lost one. They're all still doing wonderful and everything. And that's pretty awesome. Like the mollies I bought from that fish store this weekend, I've lost half of them. And it's like,
Yep.
They just aren't healthy when you get them from some of these shops, and it stinks.
Oh yeah, the ones I got, not from the unnamed friend that brought some down. Those all did great, but the all the guppies that I bought from that particular vendor, everything was just bacterial infection for days by the time it got home. I've got 2 fish left out of 15 or 16, something like that. The only upside is a couple of the females did drop fry before they passed, so got something out of it.
James and I both asked if they would give us a split male-female ratio. I think I got, I don't know if I got 6 males, but I have 4 males and no females because I had 2 die of my mollies. So I've got 4 real pretty boys. So
I actually got fish this week myself.
That's awesome.
I got humpback lemmies from Danikin Aquatics. And I got neon green rasboris from Peplin Creek and Foxy.
Nice.
They're pretty neat looking. They're small, but I think they're going to be stunning.
I'm going to ask Aquatic Aesthetics, my local fish store. He never buys platies or mollies because, he doesn't want to compete with the box stores. And he's got a PetSmart across the street and a Petco down the street. So, he's like really locked up. But I'm going to see if he can get me those red platies because it really stinks that, we got them from that one shop and they didn't even do well.
Well, I ended up with 1 female and 3 males and they all made it. So just waiting to see if you end up not being able to get any before then. Once they
Yeah.
have some babies, I'll send some females your way.
That's cool. I mean, they're just a beautiful fish because I wanted to put them in with my Chief's skull that I made. And I mean, if they all end up being boys, maybe I'll just put them all together and just have a bunch of boys swimming around it, you know. I don't know what the life expectancy is on a platy. Honestly, I would have guessed it's at least 3 years.
I don't know that myself.
And these guys aren't fully grown. You know, they're about, I would say they're juveniles. You know, they'd be like teenagers in human years. So I still have a ways to go because they'll grow probably almost double their size and get a lot fatter. So crazy. But yep. So James, what have you been up to?
Oh, just making fish. It's been spending a lot of time breeding fish out, pulling females and putting them in not cages, but drop tanks, and keeping fish happy, trying to get stuff packed up so I can get it moved over, and just all that good kind of stuff. And then end up coming back from Aquashella with some black chin live bears, a pair of Staic Endlers, and also a pair of the blue Hawaiians. So I was really happy about that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
and then the only things that made it, I got some fry from what I'm calling the UT Vol guppies. They're the orange and white striped guppies. And then I got I got 4 fry out of the Dumbo ear guppies before those rotted away, unfortunately. So
hopefully that it works out for you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully it does. K2 said he sent you a message on Facebook, Ed.
Oh, awesome. That's super cool. And then I filled this tank up here, and this is ABC's Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I'm gonna this black filter is a shark from KG Tropics. I use that as a water polisher. It's not going to stay in there because I don't want that big of a filter in that small of a tank. It's about a 12-gallon tank, I believe. And then I bought some plants today at my local fish store that I put in there, but it's behind the filter. But we'll scape that up. And I'm just going to try to make it look like a jungle because it's the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then we're going to throw some shrimp in there and see what happens. And then I've about to fill up. I don't know if you guys can see this one, but I've got the little light on the inside. But that was the tank I built last year. I'm going to fill that up probably tomorrow or Saturday and get that done. And we'll have this filled, and we'll order some shrimp from Grant and Shelby also for that one. So I need to make a big order with Grant and Shelby.
There's a fish question.
Oh, awesome.
Bunny Viper wants to know, how young can guppies get pregnant?
Oh, jeepers. That's a good question, because if you want to do guppies good, the best thing to do is, like, after 2 months, try to separate them, maybe 3 months, separate them, because they will get hit at about 3 to 4 months. Yep. But they'll only be a fraction of the size. And when they're starting to have babies at that size, they're never going to grow because they put so much energy into making those babies. So, yeah, let them grow to at least 6 months so they're a full-size female. And, I mean, if you let them go 8 months, I've heard that they have bigger drops because they're just bigger fish, and you really don't lose any number of, like, if you're looking at how many fish will she have over a course of a year or a course of her 3-year life. If you let them go 6 months to 8 months, you'll end up with the same amount, but you'll have a bigger fish and healthier fish.
Yep. Yeah, that's what the diehard breeders tend to go at, is they want to get the female separated before 3 months, so they end up not hit.
Yep.
I never knew that.
It's sad to see a little 3-month-old, pregnant. because then she's got to spend her whole life trying to have babies and grow. And that's tough on a live bear.
Yeah, it does feel like what Paul Stera said. Paul Stera said they're born pregnant. It seems like it sometimes, the way they multiply.
Yeah, I tried those two blue, Japanese blue females I sent you. I don't think they were hit yet.
No.
So,
well, see, I don't know because whenever I took those to her work, I think it would have been the next day. I got back Sunday. Yeah, Monday I took them right over. I caught all the guppies that were out, and I swear I caught them all. And then a couple of days later, she said there was a fry.
oh,
So I don't know if they did, or maybe I could have missed one. We'll know when it grows up. If it has a different colored tail, I'll just pull it out. But
yeah, maybe somehow it was one of those babies that Rico's fish were having.
Well, YouTube is really on one today. It's blocking a lot of comments. It's blocked about all the Kelly Formans. It's blocked Bunny Viper saying young pregnant female. I mean, it's not the end of the world if they're hit, when they're younger. It's, it is what it is. I don't know the proper way to say this, so I'll just say it. If it was totally detrimental and critical that they not get pregnant at 3 months, then they wouldn't be able to get pregnant at 3 months is the way I look at it.
Yeah, like I'm going to be doing
doesn't mean
breeding.
It's as healthy, but
I've made 15 of these animal crackers. They're 3-gallon jars. I'm going to have 5 of them together and have an air hose with a little sponge filter in each one. And I'm going to put 2 female, like 2-year-old or 2-month-year-olds and let them grow till they're about 6 months. And then I'm going to take my best boys and breed them with them. So that way I'm getting the best genetics possible by keeping them in solitary confinement, basically.
Daggone, that's a lot of animal crackers you got to eat to do that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. The animal crackers cost like $3.50, and you get this big jar. That's awesome, But I have, after a year, they go bad, and so we've been feeding the birds.
I was going to say birds like them.
Yeah.
I still have those containers from my neighbor's trash whenever I see them set them out.
Listen, another one is if you really like them, if you go to Walmart, they got these, looks like a barrel, and it's got some cheese balls in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll grab one.
That's funny, because I was like, man, that's a lot of animal crackers you got to eat just to have little tanks.
Oh, yeah. I will say I do like the cracker ones versus the barrels just because the roundness, convexity of the barrels can make it a little bit harder to spot the things in there. But those do work really well, too.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't give you a clear view like that animal cracker one is,
Yeah.
Where it's smooth, and then you can put something on the surface like the little sponge filter he's talking about.
You just buy a bunch of those, and then you bag up animal crackers to give out on Halloween when the kids trick or treat.
Okay, I think this is 4 gallons. Now, my sister's son, he's in high school. He goes through about one of these a month. And so that's how I've been getting it. So, I mean, you can tell that it's a little bigger than this. Well, it's not a lot bigger.
No, it's probably equal, maybe smaller.
Wow. I like the squares. The squares are going to fit on the things easier, and you can see them through them a lot easier. I just have to figure out a good way to get rid of all the paper.
Hot water and alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Oh,
I
was going to say, never mind.
Buy a whole bunch of vodka and throw it on there. I do have a fingernail lotion or
fingernail polish remover.
So,
well, that would work, but the hot water, well, actually, them stickers will come right off.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll do that one of these days also because I don't want that on there. And Corey said that he'd kind of sponsor it, so he's going to send me the sponge filters for him, the little bitty ones. So that was really nice of him. He said he didn't say he was going to sponsor it. He said just ask for it, which was really nice. So I've never asked for anything because I feel guilty doing that, but I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make sure I put Aquarium Co-op on that somehow. Say that it's the Aquarium Co-op tower or something of guppies. But I've already bought the metal rack for it and everything.
Cool.
Nice.
That'll be interesting to see it set up.
Yep, and then I'm going to just run the air pump to it all, and just put a little bit of bubble in all of them, not much. And I'm not going to use plants. I'll go show you the plant I'm going to use.
I put a piece of moss in there or something to help. Or guppy grass.
Yeah. I like to do moss in mine as well. I'm curious to see what he comes back with.
Yeah.
Elaine had... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm curious too.
Elaine had mentioned, she said, some males take longer to develop, so it might look like more females. Temp has a lot to do with it when live bears get to breeding age. I've heard temp can determine sex ratio. So this is just sense in what I've researched and studied and delved through and experienced. I have heard that, but I feel like there are very few specific strains that have actually done any type of full-on legitimate study. Is there possibility to it? Yes, 100%. And could it have more effect on one strain than another, say a blue Moscow versus a Staic Inler? Absolutely. I know that there was some really in-depth research done, not live bears, but on some rainbow fish. And what they actually found in those studies, and it was the assumption that the water type variance was the thing, was that in Europe, higher temperatures produced, it was either more males or more females. We'll just say more males. Higher temperatures produce more males there, while in the U.S., lower temperatures produce more males here with the same strain of rainbows. So it was very interesting. But what they both found was that in a specific temperature range of a couple degrees, they had the same results in the ratios of male to female. I just feel like there's not been enough true research on it yet for us to dial in across live bears what temperature range gives the ratio, and is it effective for all Posilia reticulata and all of the Wingii.
Well, I've talked to two master breeders of guppies, and they believe in it only to the point of science, which doesn't really make too much sense, but they don't believe that you can control it. What it is, they say it's always going to be about a 50-50 no matter what, but sometimes the male DNA in a particular line will be affected more by the water climate, and it'll die off more than the female, or the female might need a little warmer, and that's where you get a slight, because the number is 50-50, but it's actually like 0.1 or 0.01 percentage up and down. Otherwise, IFGA guys would be making females all day long, because IFGA guys, they've been breeding the same guppies for 50 years. A lot of these guys are that old, and they want their females because it makes more. And
right. To the opposite, the farms that sell mostly males to like the big box stores, they would be doing mostly males because that's what's in demand. But I think that's the kind of proven it hasn't really been dialed in because people aren't taking advantage of it that do it in a business sense, like you said.
Well, I think they tried, but they couldn't get it. Like Doug Gray said that there's just no way it could work. And I see it to the point where, like Chubby Guppy, he was telling me that he believes that it's 0.1% because of the genetics of the particular fish. Gives a swing. Because we all see some fish just pop out a whole lot more females. And so people automatically assume it's maybe water quality, but it's probably the DNA more than the water that's making those males die off. And maybe they're dying in the womb. Maybe they're dying as soon as they're born. But it's, probably if their DNA was perfect, they'd be producing 50-50. It's just that there's a percentage dying opposed to everything living. Does that make sense?
Right. To Elaine, I don't in any way mean to disregard your comments or statements. And I can totally believe that you would see one versus the other. Mine goes into repeatability in if you and your house did it at 78 degrees and it gave you X results, me doing it at my house at 78 degrees, not having the same results. So I think that there are some other things that factor in, kind of like that rainbow study, besides just the temperature. Whereas why did the US have more females at this temperature and Europe had more males at the exact temperature?
I just think it comes down to genetics. Like I don't know. I have a hard time believing that with the hot and cold. And what's up, HC Aqua? Nice seeing you, brother. It's been a while.
I'd love to hear his opinion on it. He's one of the best guppy guys I know.
Yeah, that man has bred a lot of guppies.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, just from what I have, I think it comes down to genetics. I got some guppies from Maria Z, Platinum Tiger Galaxies, and that tank's probably sitting at 72, 74, and it's kind of 50-50. That's just what I think.
Well, when I'm going to start line breeding, I'm going to probably use the Spanish moss, plastic Spanish moss.
Okay. I got a question about that before you go any further.
Yeah.
So and you got that at Hobby Lobby?
Yep.
Okay. So I noticed that how do you know what's the best one to get if it doesn't have metal in it or not?
Well, I'm looking for something that doesn't have any types of glitter, no paint, because they do put glitter on their plants. I was looking at them today. They put glitter, spray paints. This is nothing but a plastic. Every single thing the whole thing is 100% plastic, and it doesn't have any metal. It just hangs real limp. Okay. So that's why I chose this one, and it's very much like guppy grass, but I'll be able to control it so much easier. And I might try my water sprite also, because I do have water sprite. I just didn't want to deal with live plants in the tanks. Now I bought these shop lights I'm going to attach to the top of the I've got like the shelving that's wire.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attach these and daisy chain them all. And this actually has it has enough potential to grow. It's got a 45 lemons. I don't know how to say it, but that's good enough for growing low light plants, no problem, all day long. But I just don't want to dealing with a lot of plants. Oh, there's Priscilla. Boy, we're just getting a lot of awesome people.
And you also got a member for 2 months from Rack Cross Studio.
Oh, I love Rack.
Hello, everyone.
Well,
hey, Rack.
I've got a project I'm going to start working on for Rack. So I'm finally free. Actually, I have 2 projects because he also gave me a ukulele.
Ooh.
That I'm going to get to paint, and then it's a naked ukulele. So it's just the wood. And then it has the hardware in there to attach it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to eventually, and I've been like, I've been like downloading different videos on how to put my fingers in the right spots to be able to play a tune. And so I've been really looking forward to this ukulele. And but I want to make sure I get a good paint job. But yeah, the last 3 weeks have been Nico wants me to throw his mouse. See the mouse? Okay. So I've been really looking forward to working on it, but I've been out of town so much the last 3 weeks. Now I'm free, and that's why I'm filling these tanks up and getting them ready for breeding. And I'm going to start his project probably Sunday or Saturday night on Pam's stream. I think this Saturday is the goal.
Also, Zana Doo member for 5 months, says hello,
Hello.
friends. Much love to you all.
Oh my gosh, we're at 105 minutes. We've gone over.
Yes, Bunny Viper. A ukulele. Well, actually, if you call it a small guitar, I think that's kind of offensive.
Well,
I don't know. I thought the naked ukulele would be a good channel name.
Oh my god, it is a great name. My dream is to learn how to play a banjo.
With a can of Crisco.
Yeah. Get the Crisco. You guys that are tuning in late, watch it from the beginning and you'll know what I use this Crisco for. But
oh my.
You guys, everybody that's new or not new, but just joined us, type in #Pleco and have a chance to win this. It's a 2X. We've already given out the 1X's. Purple Pleco Cave shirt. So #Plecos. And this one, Lisa from KG Tropics actually won and gave to me to donate to the crew. So Lisa's so cool and so sweet.
Stu, we did not hit the draw button again. So no, you did not win yet.
No.
Because the heck? No.
And I just brought it back how it was.
That's just to tease you.
And I'll send it anywhere. So, I mean, if an Australian or Hawaiian or a wonderful British person wins it, I don't care. We'll mail it to you.
HC Aqua says, my dad and grandpa used to make ukuleles. Maybe whenever I get old.
That's awesome.
PNW, how you doing? Got to meet that feller. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's super cool.
Oh, then you got George RB3. He's a character.
George is great too.
Oh yeah.
He might be going tonight. I don't know. He does silly streams.
Gonna give it about 60 seconds before I roll this.
Okay, guys. Last chance.
Gotta let the people that have their hands in the tanks get their hands dried off so they can type real quick.
For sure. Or maybe they've all been making these Crisco candles and they got to wipe them off.
They got.
I'm going to go have some fun with after this, but it ain't making candles.
After this, I've got a cake. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to watch the football game with my dad. He's been waiting patiently and recorded it. Well, actually, no, he's not recording it. The football games have been on Amazon, and we don't have Amazon Prime. So what we do is we just wait for the second showing, and we watch it then.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Oh, and then Stephen P. mentioned the Fish Fam Christmas is going to be coming out. He just released a really funny video that I got to help make that was really fun. And Bex is in it, and Eric's in it, and it was just a good time at the Clash, and you guys got to go check it out. It's pretty cool. Did you see it yet, Skipper?
Oh, yeah. It was good. It was good.
Awesome. I don't know if you saw it.
All right.
Fishy Moy,
here we go.
While he's doing a draw, it is for a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's not for a Pleco. It's for a Pleco Cave T-shirt.
Dennis Christensen.
Awesome. Dennis is so cool.
Listen, do you remember that hat?
I do. I was just going to say, he wears that hat in real life, James.
Nice.
It's so cool. I want a hat like that. Very awesome. Well, I can't get one just like him because everybody will think I'm him. I need to get a brown one or something. But yeah, Dennis is super cool. So that's awesome, Dennis. If you go to Fish Fam Links, you can type my name in there, and you'll see links to Facebook or Instagram. And give me your name. Well, I mean, I know your name, but give me your address, and I will ship this out tomorrow because that would be awesome. And the lady Zen pops it up. Thank you so much, Zen. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I really enjoyed it. I hope that tonight's craft was, I don't know, I don't want to say educational, but acceptable. I just thought
Be responsible.
Yeah, I thought it was something that was worth doing, and I'm going to do the insurance. Well, I've already done the insurance and made it. So, but you guys might want to too, because you never know when a blackout's going to happen, and it could also maybe save your life too, or not just your fish room, but maybe you got a bird or something, and you don't want your bird to freeze because they can't handle the cold temperatures. So, it's useful. So, Skipper, thank you so much for coming on tonight. You're always so awesome and fun. And James, thank you so much for coming on too. We hope Rico is feeling better tomorrow, or as soon as he gets better. It's awesome because we all love Rico. And guys, thank you so much for the super chats, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.